into it. Like the main deck I don't really like to play too much is like Graveyard God Pharaoh's Gifts, stuff like that, where like you're sitting here and you have to like pull up your graveyard of 23 cards and you're scrolling and the clock's ticking and people are chatting and your turn's ending and you're just I'm gonna want to read chat. I'm gonna want to interact with chat. So let me just tweak my play style while I'm streaming Arena to fit that.
And the ropes going and you're sweating and but you need to make this.
Yeah,
you
the
make
beads
every
of
play.
sweat.
Yeah, you need to make every play perfect.
No, I must get every piece of value. Every trigger must hit. Every little point of damage counts. No, just mountains go burr. I'll do that instead.
I untapped the wrong lands with my Teferi Hero of Dominaria. Now I don't have double blue and double white up. I lose now.
Right, exactly. Oh my god, I didn't manually tap the whatever. Yeah, definitely give me something where I can interact with chat and we can have more of a good time versus watching streamer go hard, and then be quiet for 40 seconds.
That's actually something interesting to note that you said that you want to play a deck while you're streaming that lets you interact with the chat. A lot of people and streamers that I've come into contact with have said, and I've even felt this myself, like, how do I play this deck? But then if I do this, or if I do this certain play, then I'll be frustrated because my time's going down. I have to think about a bunch of different things, and then my chat's asking me 3 questions, but my chat really was important. I want to answer them. This game doesn't really matter in the big scheme of things,
Yeah. Well, the easiest way I put it is I'm a streamer first, Magic player second.
Yeah, that's a really good mindset to adapt. I've heard before that people think that you can't be a pro player in a game and be a streamer at the same time. There's probably a very, very few 0.001% of the population that can do that. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, Yellow Hat, or he might be able to do something like that. I've never seen a streamer that I've watched for an extended period of time interact with chat and not make a punt every now and then. Like I've always seen 1 point of damage left on the table or something. There's literal world champions you can watch if you want to watch someone silent mode, try hard mode. I'm not going to try to compete. I'm not going to name names, but I'm not going to try to compete with world champions when it comes to a strategy-based stream because I don't have the name recognition, or perhaps pretty obviously I probably don't have the skill of a world champion. Maybe I can nip at their heels, but it's a payoff, and I chose what I chose.
Yeah, I'm sure if you wanted to become one of the best of the best, you could, but maybe you wouldn't be able to focus on your stream that much. Or maybe not even stream at all.
And that's another thing. I mean, it's not often you see the people that hit number 1 do it on stream. And they may hold it for a while, but it's really not that often that you'll run across them. A random MPL member, random rival member. You look and they're like, oh, surprise, surprise, they're not streaming. They're sitting here at home, probably sitting in the dark, try-harding. And I mean, it's a fact that multitasking while playing Magic is going to make it harder to concentrate on the game. I mean, you can't concentrate on the game and then say, all right, read this, respond to 2 of the 3 things that have said, and then blah, blah, blah. And yeah, I mean, it's going to break your concentration. I don't know anyone that can play better because of that. I don't think it's really a thing.
I was actually talking to someone that was talking about Hearthstone ladder system in the same way of Magic's ladder system. And they were saying that, all the pro players play Hearthstone and they're really, really up high in the ladder. And I was telling them, I was like, in Magic, even when you get like super high mythic, there's only like a certain number of people you play against, and like a few of them are like, you can tell when you're playing against a pro player if you know their arena tag or handle or whatever you want to call it. But most of the people, they're just not on the ladder.
Yeah, and I mean, some of them will talk down about it, and part of me wonders, like, well, how much of that is an inability of these top players to hit number 1? I've actually heard, I think he won't mind me saying it, Jeremy Bertioni, I think that's the right way to say his last name. He was in Team Lotus Box, and he said he had a lot easier time playing paper versus arena. Something about just the fact about sitting at a computer, other things going on. He said the only way he could actually like not punt and misplay was to crank the in-game volume up super loud and just try to focus on the game. But yeah, he was saying paper is much easier.